What's going on, fellas? It's Kazer, and I am back with another video on Smash Ultimate. Today we're going to be talking about a very recent leak that surfaced on Twitter that pretty much shows the final roster of the game. Now, I am really not sure whether this is true or false. I'm going to be discussing that in this video, but just in case it is real, if you guys don't want to be spoiled, then don't continue watching. If you don't care or you just think it's fake and want to watch it anyway, then continue on. So this is it. This is your final spoiler warning. We are continuing on to the leak. So this started with a Snapchat from someone presumably in an office that was working on some sort of the design aspect for artwork for the game or something like that. There's been a lot of tracing back to the original poster and finding that he does have connections to Bandai Namco, which helps support the leak. But since this leak was made, his LinkedIn account has been deleted, which could or could not provide further credibility to this possibly being true. In the leak, we get to see a bunch of new characters. Completely new characters. There's Banjo-Kazooie, Isaac, Mach Rider, Geno, and the Chorus Kids. And there's two new Echoes as well, being Ken and Shadow. So this seems like a lot of characters. I remember I made a video saying that there would be anywhere between like 3 and 4 new characters and 3 and 4 more Echoes. And this was before Sakurai made a statement saying to expect less characters. Shortly after the September Nintendo Direct, he made a claim saying that there are so many character reveals that he doesn't want us to think it's going to keep going at that same pace. So even though the Smash blog pattern suggests that we could be expecting anywhere between like 7 to 8 characters, including Echo Fighters, I wouldn't expect there to be 5 or more new characters. Even 4 is a lot, I think, at this point, after that claim. So I think what's more likely is that we would get more Echoes and like maybe just 3 new characters. But 5 is definitely a lot. I'm not saying it's an impossibility, but I'm saying it's a lot. And all we have here is a leak of the sort of banner that shows like all the fighters together, which is something that's very easy to fabricate. Like, I've seen people make drawings on Twitter just for like fun of them putting characters that they want in Smash in there, and it's really easy to just Photoshop someone in like that. So this is definitely possibly a fake leak. Now, there seems to be a lot of connections that prove its credibility, like people saying that the 5 newcomers would need 5 new stages, and that would bring the stage total to 108. Right now it's at 103, but in a Japanese magazine, it was listed that there would be 108 stages. So that does make sense, but thinking about that and the other claim about there being like, 77 characters that would fit into the character select screen sort of like perfectly, like as a perfect rectangle, kind of like how Brawl was. Claims like that aren't necessarily proof that this is a real leak, because the leaker will know this. The leaker could design the leak around this idea to try and make it seem like it is definitely true. Now, we also have other evidence here of Sakurai sharing a recent mech toy purchase he made and teasing that it's related to his work, and I guess that's to verify that Mach Rider's coming into the game. I don't even know, though. Mach Rider doesn't seem like a highly requested character. I haven't really heard many people discuss this character, so that leads me to think that this isn't a character that's going to be an Ultimate, because as we've seen with all the previous reveals, they're some of the most highly requested characters in the ballot, and I feel like Mach Rider really isn't up there that much. With the other characters, like Isaac and Geno, definitely up there. Banjo-Kazooie, definitely up there. Chorus Kids, not really so much, but they were originally planned to be in Smash 4, possibly. I made a video discussing this in the past, how with the Vergeman leaks, which actually, if this is true, that means the Vergeman leaks are false, because there is no Incineroar here. So that's something to think about too, because the Vergeman leaks seemed like they were completely true for a while. We also had like the Smash 4 leaks that said like Chrom and the Chorus Kids would be playable in that game, and we discovered that Chrom was originally intended to be playable, and my theory is that the Chorus Kids were as well. It's just that since the 3DS couldn't handle like the Ice Climbers and there were only 2 of them, having a character with 3 entities like that would just not work, and I think that's why they weren't in Smash 4, so I definitely could see them being included this time around. I just don't think all of these characters will. It seems like everything in this leak fits together kind of perfectly, except the thing you have to consider is that someone could have just made it that way on purpose. Someone could have just found a bunch of links and then put it all together into this one leak to make it seem like it's completely true. where it really isn't, because all we have to go by here is just some artwork on like the banner. We don't even get to see them in game at all, like we did with the Smash 4 ESRB leaks, which many people thought were fake at first, which I did too originally, but then they ended up being real. And when I thought they were real was when I actually saw a gameplay. When I saw that gameplay of Bowser Jr., I thought, no way, this is just a mod of Brawl. Some people were claiming that, and it ended up being real. And I think that for this leak, I am going to need to see actual gameplay to convince me. I don't think that this is enough. I think it's something to consider that this could be the possibility, and I think we'll likely find out very soon in the next Smash Direct, because I was really expecting one this month, and I know a lot of you guys probably were as well, but it seems like we're going to get the final Smash Direct in November. A lot of people are saying early November now, which would kind of make sense. If that's the case, I think we're going to get an announcement of the Direct sometime later this week or next week possibly, and then we'll get to see it then. But right now, I would take this leak with a grain of salt. Don't consider it as fact, but it could be, so you never know. Until it actually gets confirmed by Nintendo, we will not know anything about it. And it does seem to connect really well, but at the same time, leakers would plan to make it fit well. They would look at all this stuff. They would look at that magazine that said 108 stages. They'd be like, okay, 5 newcomers fits here perfectly, assuming that each newcomer gets their own stage, which isn't really necessarily the case, because we have a ton of Mario stages, so I think it would be more likely that Geno would just be put on one of the other Mario stages rather than get his own stage. But I could be wrong, I don't know. But that's pretty much it. So that's really all I have to talk about this leak. It could be a possibility, but I'm leaning towards fake right now. But definitely let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. And if you're not subscribed, get on that. Click that subscribe button so you stay notified on everything you need to know about Smash Ultimate leading up to launch and even post-launch. Also, if you want to become a part of the community and get involved in discussion, click the link in the description to join my Discord server. You can also get notified on my new videos there, since YouTube sub feeds have been acting very strangely in the past few weeks. But that's another topic for another day. I'm not going to get too into that right now. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one.